I have an idea in mind before I begin, and a kind of feeling or mood associated with that idea. Then the process takes over. I feel like I enter a different space. Everything, all the cares, all the worries of the world are still with me, but they're totally at abeyance. I just think about my conversation with the piece. My name is Sanda Iliescu. I am an artist and also an architect, and I'm a professor of art and architecture here at the University of Virginia. My pathway has been beginning with representational work. I had 3 years of my life when I did a self-portrait every day, and that was a way of teaching myself how to draw. I love drawing and painting from nature, and I've done that for many years. It came a point in my life when suddenly it felt like I wanted the abstraction. I wanted to get closer to the feelings of the piece and more, I guess, wild and fearless. To me, lines and shapes talk to each other. So a point might say, here I am, I'm just a little point, but I matter. And a line might say, let's go on a journey, because line is about movement. The shape might say, just sit quietly and let the color radiate out. Abstraction is not as abstract, quote unquote, as you might think. If you spend enough time with a work, you begin to look under the hood, as it were, and the piece starts delighting you if it's a good piece. I've always loved handmade quilts, especially quilts such as the Amish quilts, but also the quilts of Gee's Bend. I wanted them to be very delicate and feel quite intimate. So I used the most delicate medium that I know, which is colored pencil on paper. I actually think that for every artist, whether they're representational or abstract or non-objective, there's a lot of skill and technique that goes into a piece. That is things that you've learned over the years and you've tested out. And there's also the inspiration of the moment, or the inspiration of seeing the sky or clouds take a certain shape or a certain color, blue or gray. In other words, there's a lot of artifice that goes into a piece because it has a responsibility to try to vie with or to exist alongside the beauty of nature. I love teaching. I try to nurture the artist within the student that's always there. It's always a creative person in there. And I try to nurture them, give them confidence, and allow them to grow in their own way. People want to grow. People want to learn. They want to be in a place that they feel is special. I think beauty is essential in that. If I were an artist somewhere on an island that nobody would look at my work, I would still be an artist. I would still paint because I think it's an homage to the beauty of the world.